Hey YouTube, what's going on? I got a new deck profile for you guys here. This is my puppet deck. I'm still kind of playing around with it, so this is probably not going to be the final version that you guys see. But this is what I got right now, so I figured I'd show you guys and get your opinion, see what you think. Alright, well, to start, I start off with the two of the Gear Spring Spirits. These are pretty basic cards, really good to have in the deck. As long as you have machines in your grave, only machine type monsters, you can special summon it from the hand. It's a level 8, so you can exceed with it. And when it's summoned, you can target one face-up monster your opponent controls, and its attack becomes 0 until the end phase. So they got a big beater. I don't know. Then you can use Gear Spring to make it 0, then overlay into something, and then kill it. Next, I run Gimmick Allied Birdman. Pretty much one of the plays I like to do a lot with Birdman is I'll have Birdman, Humpty Dumpty, and then some rank 8 puppet in my hand, and I would summon Humpty Dumpty, special summon, say Dreary Doll. Then I would bounce Humpty Dumpty back to my hand to get Birdman, and then I would go Sync for Star Eater. Good combo. There's a bunch of other combos as well. That's just one I particularly like. Next, the basic 3 Drury Dolls. If you don't know what it does, basically I can special summon it from my graveyard. I can special summon it from my graveyard by banishing another Gimmick puppet from my graveyard. But one thing that the only thing that about Drury Doll is that it says right here, this card cannot be used as an XYZ material except for a Gimmick puppet monster. That means you can't use it for like Felgrand and any of the other rank 8s that you want to use. So that's kind of one of the little downfalls about Drury Doll, but it's still not that big of a deal. Next, I only use one gear changer. I don't really use this card very much at all. It's a good card when I need it, but I felt like running more than one. I might even just take it out entirely. Is just kind of dead hand, and I didn't find it very necessary. Next, I got 3 Humpty Dumpties. I might take this down to 2, but 3 works pretty well for the most part. Again, it's a good card because you can special summon one Gimmick puppet when he is normal or special summoned. So that means you can even use Junk Puppet, and the special summon. That's always really helpful. Next, Magnet Doll. Magnet Doll is a good rank 8. It's kind of like a Cyber Dragon in the sense that if your opponent controls a monster, you can special summon it, but you have to also control only Gimmick puppet monsters, which is something I've noticed that some people don't realize. Alright, next one, Scissor Arms. Scissor Arms is a very helpful card. It helps you get your Dreary Doll into the graveyard. It's when it's normal summon, send one Gimmick puppet from your deck to the grave. It's a very helpful card. I keep it at 2. 3 is just a little unnecessary, especially in later parts of the game when you already got pretty much anything you need in the graveyard already there. So yeah. Next, next I got 3 Shadow Feeler. Feeler is a really good card. Because it can't be destroyed by battle, and when it's in the graveyard, if your opponent makes a direct attack, you can special summon it in face-up attack position and take 1,000 life points, and that's good because it can block some hits for you. But the thing that people don't realize about this card is if this card is an XYZ material and would be sent to the graveyard, banish it instead. A lot of people don't notice that little part. So that means when you use it for an XYZ, it has to be banished. It doesn't go to the graveyard, it has to be banished. The next one I run is Gores. Gores is just kind of a little help just in case I have a dead hand. Um, Machina Fortress, same thing. Can get Dreary Dolls to the graveyard. Special summon Machina Fortress. Always helpful. Next, I run 2 Infernal Reckless summonings. I was running 3, but I didn't find it super necessary. I might bring it back to 3 and still kind of contemplating over it. That's a really good card to have in this deck. Seeing that the majority of your cards are less than 1500. Pretty much just this and that are the only 2 that are less than 1500. Next, the 3 Junk Puppet, your favorite Monster Reborn for this deck. Next, I only run 1 Machine Dupe. Reason being, because you only have 2 targets in this deck. Or, you have multiple targets, but you really only want to use it on Dreary Doll. And if really necessary, this guy, Humpty Dumpty, if necessary, like say you need to get a 101 or an Exciton or something, but it's running more than 1 is just not very necessary, because most of the time you're only going to use it on Dreary Doll, because you can't use it on Gear Spraying. Yeah. Next, I run the Chaos Force rank up. Probably one of the best ones right now for their rank ups. Reason being that you can just choose any level 5 higher XYZ and special summon Chaos. That's 1 higher, and it doesn't. And unlike Numeron Force, it has to be the same type as the other. Both the Chaos Exceed and the Normal Exceed have to be the same type. This one they don't, which is really helpful. Plus, when another XYZ is special summoned to your field, you can add this card from your graveyard to your hand. You can only use that once per duel, but that's still extremely helpful. Next, I got rank up Numeron Force. Numeron Force is not quite as good. It's not quite as good as the other one for the fact that you have to use the same type. So if you wanted to go into I don't know, one of say Giant Hunter, you'd have to use like Strings or Grinder or something. You can't use like Felgrand or Heretic Sun Dragon. But what is good about it is the fact that it will negate all of the face-up cards on the field when it's done. That is an extremely helpful piece. Say they have like Zennanes or something, or just something that's hard to get over because of an effect. Just use this, the effect's negated. Next, I run 2 Shards of Greed. It's just draw power. It's helpful, plus it's just helps me very much. 3 trade-ins, because the majority of your deck is rank 8s. Rank 8, rank 8, rank 8. Rank 8, yeah. Then 3 Upstart Goblins, and then 2 Dark Bribes. I wasn't originally running Dark Bribes, but I needed to have those for people who are using heavy trap or spell decks. With things that I couldn't get over, like say if they use like Macrocosmos or something like that. That way I could use Dark Bribe, get rid of it, because Macrocosmos kind of shuts this deck down. Okay, next, I'm not going to show you the side deck. You can see it, but I'm not going to bother going through it. Next, I run for the extra deck. I run Leo. Basically, you can do this with Birdman, Fortress, or Gores. It's a 3100 beater. It's helpful. Next, Star Eater. I explained how to get Star Eater earlier. I run 1 Ultraneer. I want to run 2. I still kind of playing around with the extra deck. I'm not sure if I want to run 2 Ultraneers or 2 Dark Strings. I'm still kind of on the frets about it. But right now, Ultraneer is at 1. It's a 3800 beater. It can't be targeted by card effects. And you can detach material, draw 1 card, then reveal it. And if it's a monster, inflict 800 damage. That's always extremely helpful. Next, I run 2 Felgren. I was originally running 1, but Felgran is amazing, so I'm running 2. And then next, 1, Evil Swarm Exciton Knight. It's always good in case of emergency. Like I said, if you had to do like machine dupe on Humpty Dumpty and get 2 more Humpty Dumpties, that way for Exciton or 1 or something, just to blow the field if very well necessary. Next, Sun Dragon. Pretty basic card. Helps get the unneeded level 8s to the graveyard. Like if you need Jerry Doll in the grave, there you go. Then 101. 101's very helpful. Again, they got something that you just can't kill. Like an Exceed or something, and you can't get Puppet Grinder or something like that, then just get 101. Next, I run 2 Puppet Grinders. This card is still very helpful. I might run it. I might change it to 1, but I highly doubt I will. 2 is very helpful, especially when you're playing decks that are like heavy on the special summoning. Next, Gimmick Puppet Strings. These 2 are probably the greatest combo in this deck, just for the fact that they can wipe the field, and your opponent takes total damage from it, and then you still have a 3,300 beater on the field. It's just great. Next, I run Giant Hunter. I really don't use this very much, so I'm contemplating about taking it out. It's really helpful when you need it to be. It's basically like a big Volcasaurus. But I don't know if I'm going to keep it or not, just for the fact I don't really use it. Like, I haven't ran into a situation where I had, like, because for me, if I have the ability to go into this, I'm not going to go into this, I'm going to go into this. That's kind of my thing, but I don't know. I might run into a different situation. It all depends. Next, I run 2 Dark Strings. Again, Dark Strings is amazing. When special summon, destroy all monsters with string counters, and then draw 1 card and inflict damage to your opponent for equal to the highest original attack among the monsters destroyed. Meaning, so say I have an Ultraneer that it's used up its effect, and the guy has like 3,600 life points left, and I just can't get over a monster. So go into Puppet Strings, use its effect, put tokens on all monsters in the field because it doesn't target, so it will still go in Ultraneer. Then you rank up, go into Dark Strings. Dark Strings effect destroys all of it. You draw 1 card and you inflict 3,800 that game. That's probably one of my favorite plays to do in this deck. But yeah, that's pretty much it so far. Like I said, there's still some tweaking that's got to go on to it. But if y'all have any comments, questions, concerns, please make sure to leave a comment in the section below. And if you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you don't like the video, I mean, you can give it a thumbs down. I mean, that's up to you. But yeah, so that's it for now. This is Ninja Man YGO, and I approve this message. Peace out, guys.